Good evening, everybody. This is Gardening Warrior. We're back in the cute kitchen with another What's for Dinner 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge edition. So, it is actually going to be the end of the Pantry Challenge for most of you. I'm continuing on through March and possibly April, maybe even May, because I've got a lot of food. But this is actually going to be for the 25th through the 28th, because I make my food in 3 to 4 day batches, and hopefully it'll actually last that long this time. These are what I call my sheet pan hamburgers. They're nice and thin, and you season them just like you would any other hamburger. This is actually hamburger meat that I had seasoned and prepared ahead of time, not cooked, and then put into a gallon bag in the freezer and let them freeze nice and flat. Now, not only do I have hamburger meat here, that was drained on paper towels, and now I'm storing it in the fridge with paper towels. I also have some taco seasoned meat, and those are going to be for our Doritos that we have probably tomorrow. Alright, everybody, we are back in the key kitchen with another What's for Dinner 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge edition. Now, what I've done here is I have actually taken out some of my Salisbury steaks that I pre-made and put into the freezer. Always be sure to label what it is and any directions, just in case you're not the one cooking it, or if you're pushing 50 and forget how to cook it, like me. And so I thawed these overnight. They are all completely thawed, and I made the mushroom gravy. I'll put that down below. I've already I already heated up the gravy because the gravy had already been made last night. And now we are going to put this into a baking pan on 375 in my oven. These were already pre-cooked, only to 140 degrees internal temperature. And my soup is already heated up, so that's why we don't need to cook it for too long in the oven, which is good because this is, if you cannot tell, a creamy soup base. And it's all well blended. And now we're going to pour it over top of our Salisbury steaks. Alright, there's one layer. Now I'm going to put the rest of these on top and add another layer of gravy. Alright, now we are going to cover this with some aluminum foil. I'm still waiting on my oven to preheat, and it'll go in the preheated 375 degree oven for 30 minutes, and then you're going to check it and make sure the internal temperature is 160 degrees of the beef patties. Alright, so we're on to our next meal. Actually, it's not really a meal. It's kind of more like a snack. It's a Cool Ranch Dorito Bake, and this is the topping. It is, 10.75 ounces can of spicy nacho cheese, and trust me, that is spicy. It cleared my sinuses right up. And to equalize that a little, I have put in another 10.5 can of cheddar cheese. And as you can tell, I've got my Tio Franco seasoned refried beans. And now we're going to mix that all up. Whoo! It's still quite spicy, but we're going to put it on top of our Cool Ranch nachos anyways. Okay. It's called Cool Ranch Dorito Bake, but we are using the Great Value Walmart brand of crunchy tortilla chips, Glacier Ranch. Let's pour that sauce on there. So I forgot to tell you that after we put the cheese and bean sauce on, that we're going to put another bag of the tortilla chips on. We're going to let this get a little heated. in the 375-degree oven for about probably 10 minutes. And then we're going to put some shredded cheese on top of that. We also have a few other things going on over here. This one is our Mississippi pot roast. I'll put the directions down below. And our tomato pork chops. Now, these are not anywhere near done. They have another 2.5 hours to go. I just wanted to show you what they look like while they're cooking. That is 2 cans of Rotel and a total of 1 can of each, because I filled each can of Rotel halfway full and got all the goodness out. And then 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And when they're done, we'll be back. No, Homestead Aquarius, that is not pepper. That is my oven got too hot and burnt my tortillas on the top after being in there for only 3 minutes. Yeah. So, there you go. But they taste just fine. We're just going to cover them up with some shredded cheese and some sour cream. All be good. And there are our beautiful Salisbury steaks all ready to go. Now we just got to make the rice and the potatoes. So, I got all the way done eating pretty much all of my Doritos bake and realized I forgot to put the taco meat on it that I had made yesterday. So, there you go. I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, so we have our cheesy mashed potatoes ready. And those are going to go in the plate underneath the Salisbury steak with the mushroom gravy. Nachos, late night sneaky snack. Alright, so all the cooking and assembling is mostly done. I did run out of cheese slices for making some ham and cheese sandwiches, so we'll pick that up today. What I have here is my Salisbury steak with the creamy mushroom sauce over the cheesy mashed potatoes, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. They just need veggies, and I usually make the veggies and let everybody pick whatever veggie they want. We also have a cheeseburger sandwiches. Now, what this is these are the meats that I make in my sheet pans. And then I put cheese on them, and I put them on regular bread, because I make them a little bigger than what can go on a bun. And I don't want to make, I don't want to go buy a bun when I already have bread. This is the extra loaf of honey wheat bread. That's for the ham and cheese sandwiches. These are some extra biscuits for later, whoever wants to have those. These are the sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast biscuits. I've got 2-gallon bags of those. This is the marble rye sandwich bread. This is to make the roast beef and cheese. This is pepper jack cheese in there. And I'll be making those. We don't like to make those ahead of time because the bread dries out, so we just make them as we eat them. We just keep everything together, nice, neat, and organized. We do have the taco seasoned sheet pan meat with our gordita wraps and some extra tortilla Dorito bake. So that'll be more meal. That's what's left of the cheese for the ham and cheese. The ham is still in the fridge, but we'll be making that today. This is the tomato water that I made the the ribs in, my boneless pork ribs. And I'm going to use this to make the Spanish rice a little later. You'll see that. And then this right here, I'm not sure what this is. This is not ice cream, much to Essie's dismay. Oh, okay. This is the basil pesto protein pasta that Al made. And she's the only one that eats that. So that is Al's meal. And this is the mix of the tomato boneless pork ribs with the 9.5 pound Mississippi pot roast pork underneath there. And I just mixed it all together because that's pretty much how we eat it in this house. We'll put it on a plate, get some rice, mashed potatoes, whatever we want with it, and eat it just like that. Alright, so that's what's for dinner this week as part of our clean out for the 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.